Hey up peers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. So today we're going to be doing a short interview where I'm going to be asking 10 questions related to what it's like to being an au pair. I'm going to be the interviewer, and Jared is going to be the interviewee. If you're wondering who
AKA the Bropair.
AKA the Bropair. If you're wondering who I am.
Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, feel free to follow me on Instagram. And yeah.
Don't plug the channel into that. I can see you in the TV there. Stop looking at me.
Welcome back to Bropair's channel.
Why is there an accent?
I don't know. Jared, you're in my room.
Hey, what's up, au pairs? My name is Jared and I'm an au pair from South Africa. I started my au pair program in February 2018 and I will end in February 2020. I look after two boys, twins, and they recently turned 9 years old. And I'm going to answer 10 questions about my au pair experience here in America. After I got my degree, I didn't necessarily want to go into the corporate world just yet. And I knew of the au pair program from my cousin who did it a few years prior to me. And so I saw it as a great opportunity because it's always been a dream of mine ever since I was a young boy to go and visit America. This was the best opportunity for me to get away from my family, get away from my country and have like a clean slate and just be a new Jared where no one knew who I was. It gave me the opportunity to get out of my comfort zone, become more independent, and just to really learn about who it is that Jared is. It was also perfect to learn about how life works in another country as well as learning a new culture and to just broaden my outlook on the world as a whole. And also traveling. Traveling is also a lot of fun. I live in Austin, Texas, and it is known as the music capital of the world. And any given weekend, there's always some big artist here. So if you love concerts, it's definitely one of the best places to come and visit. The people here are so friendly. So for example, when you're in the store, and as an au pair, you're going to do that a lot with a lot of grocery shopping, you end up making friends with the cashiers because in South Africa, they don't really talk to you. You just go there, do your business and pay and out. But here, you stand in line, the people in line will talk to you, the cashiers will talk to you. And if you go to a store often enough, you'll become friends with them and they kind of learn about your life. And also if they hear that you have an accent, it definitely does spark conversation right there and then. It's definitely an icebreaker. There's so much to do here in Austin, especially outdoors. You can go kayaking, you can go boating, you can go to dog parks, you can play volleyball in the park, you can go jet skiing. There's a lot of music festivals and there's a lot of food trucks. There are food trucks galore and there's a ton of different cuisines, so you'll definitely be satisfied. Just the feeling of being in your own country, somewhere home it's difficult to describe. It's like a feeling. And just my family, my friends that I grew up with since I was a kid. And also my dogs. I miss my dogs a lot. And probably my mom's cooking, yeah. Coming from South Africa, we have a lot of cultures and a lot of different people. And I'm pretty much used to that. But coming to America, I saw how diversified it is because there's people from all over the world here. Americans are also very big on holidays. So like Christmas, Halloween, especially Halloween. They go all out and people in South Africa don't necessarily do that, so it's quite refreshing to see. And one thing I have realized is that Americans love the South African accent. My favorite food would definitely be Mexican food. So chips and queso, quesadillas, tacos, like you don't have that really in South Africa. So it's nice to get authentic Mexican food here. And I'm glad I live in Texas because there is a lot of it. One thing I do now, which I never used to do in South Africa, would be go to brunch. So on the weekends, you meet up with your friends at about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and you order yourself a carafe of mimosa and order something to eat. And once that's done, you usually head to another bar, and that's where Sunday Funday begins. And Sunday Funday is a really good time. As for least favorite food, I don't really have a least favorite food because I eat pretty much everything. But Americans do this thing where they have this dip called ranch. And to me, it's kind of gross because it's like the mixture between mayonnaise and Greek salad dressing. And it's a no from me. So I've been to, well, obviously Texas, I've been to New York, I've been to Alabama, I've been to Illinois, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Arizona, I've been to, did I say Alabama? I think I said Alabama. I've been to Nevada and I've been to California twice. I also went on 2 international trips with my family. We went to Monaco and Denmark. And then there was one trip when I went back to South Africa to surprise my family for Christmas. One of my favorite memories with my host family is when we went to Monte Carlo, and I'd never been to Europe before, so I was like really excited. And once we landed at the airport, we took a helicopter ride over the ocean to the hotel, and it was absolutely breathtaking. One of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen. One of my favorite memories with my host kids is that in my second year, one of my host kids wished me a happy Father's Day. It absolutely melts my heart just to know that the impact that I've had on these boys, and knowing that he sees me in such a role in his life. One of the best things about being an au pair is going to live in a new country and experiencing a new culture, meeting new people and making new friends, while still having the support of a family. You get quite a lot of free time to yourself, so you get to learn more about yourself and what you truly want out of life. And also you get to pick up new hobbies along the way, such as I did with photo and video editing and making videos. One of the worst things about being an au pair is that you're living at your job with your boss. It's quite a unique situation. You're never truly off unless you leave the house. Even if you're at the house and it's your off hours, your host family might still ask you to do something and you kind of feel obligated to do so, and so you actually just do it in any case. And I mean, if one of your host kids comes up to you and asks you to play, you don't really want to say, oh, listen, it's my off hours, I'm not going to play with you, because you don't want to hurt their feelings, so you end up playing with them. And so the only real way to have off hours is to get out of the house. Another thing that makes it really difficult with being an au pair is that the longer you stay, the stronger the bond is that you create with your host kids. And the closer the time comes to the end of your year or the end of your 2 years, it's just really difficult to now separate yourself from your host kids. And it gets more and more difficult to think of the day where you have to come and say goodbye to your host kids because you've created such a strong bond with them. Being an au pair has changed me in many ways. I was brave enough to step away from my family and come to a country where I didn't know anyone at all. I became more independent, I became more confident within myself and my abilities, and I also became a lot more patient. I'm also no longer afraid to do things by myself. As I said earlier, I've found new hobbies such as taking photos and making videos, which I truly do love and I feel as though I now have a passion for. This experience has also opened my eyes to the fact that there's so much more in this world and that anything is possible. But one of the main things I have learned is that you learn to appreciate what you have and who you have when you have it. If I had to ask you the question of who are you, and you struggle to tell me, I would definitely say that if you're good with kids, if you have a genuine love for children, then do it. Become an au pair, because it is honestly one of the best things. It was the best thing I ever did with my life.